What's good with y'all, man? Thank you for tuning in to ag.speaks. And on this one, we'll be talking about how there is power in isolation. Now, the reason there's power in isolation is it's a multitude of reasons why it's power in isolation. But the main thing I feel like is it gives you time to sit and reflect on yourself. It gives you time to sit and think about who you are as a person. Like, feel how your energy really is. Because we all hold energy. We all have auras to us. We all have different ways that we feel. We all walk in different paths. And we all come across a lot of different people just going through life, whether you're working at a job, even if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to business meetings, anything like that. You going to the grocery store, you going to get food, anything. It's like you're going to come across a lot of people in this life because it's people everywhere. So you don't really have time to sit and reflect on yourself when you're around so many people because everybody holds different energies. You're always mixing energies with other people. So when you isolate it, it'll take you out of that mindset of, okay, this is the world I'm in. And then you'll start to feel like you are the world and the world is you and you're just part of it. You know what I'm saying? But once you start to become isolated, you get to a different mindset. You get to a different energy. And I feel like your frequency raises when you're by yourself. Because you get to sit and really reflect and think about things in your life that may have transformed your mind to become the way it is. You get to really sit and think about the past. You get to really sit and think about the present and the future. You really get a chance to sit and think about who you are and who you want to be when you are isolated. When you're isolated, it'll take you to a place that you didn't really think you could go. And I'm speaking from experience. I've been through this, multiple times. Once you isolate it, you might start doing things you never thought you would do. You might decide to cut out something from your diet. You might decide you want to take a walk every day. You might decide you want to get a pet. You might decide you want to call a family member you ain't talked to in 20 years, and they could end up being a super big blessing in your life. It could be anything. But when you're not isolated and when you're around a lot of people and you're always having different conversations and you're always letting other people influence your mind, you're not really your own person. You are your own person because you wake up every morning with free will to do what you want to do. But at the same time, you're being influenced so much that you're being taken away from who you genuinely are. And being taken away from who you genuinely are is not always a good thing. Like, sometimes it's good to be around a lot of people and have different influences and, stay connected to the world. But sometimes you do need to be isolated, man. You definitely need to be alone with your own thoughts. That's why it's so much power in meditation, because when people meditate, it takes them away from the world. It takes them away from everything. It puts them in a deep type of state to where they're awake but they're sleeping. They're in rest mode. Putting your brain in rest mode is super important. We charge our phones, we charge our laptops, we charge our cameras, we charge everything in life, but we never take a chance to just charge our mental, like charge our brains up. When we go to sleep at night, that's probably the most we ever charge up. And most of the time, most of us ain't even sleeping for the amount of time we need to be sleeping. So I just feel like stuff like meditation, even prayer, just moments of silence is very important for the human mind. And I feel like we need to figure out a way to become more in tune with that side of us. So isolation is very important. Isolation will make you want to work out more. It'll make you want to eat better. It'll make you want to go out and talk to new people after a while. You know what I'm saying? You might come out of isolation and be a whole different person. You might attract a whole different crowd of people. Like, the outcome of it is very good as well. It's more of a journey more than, you know what I'm saying, anything, just being alone. But isolation does come with some side effects, I'll be honest. Sometimes you think about your family a lot more. You think about your friends a lot more. You think about people that you had fun times with, laughs and jokes with. But isolation isn't forever. Isolation is a temporary thing. You don't have to try to make it super long. It's just something that I feel like everybody should do. You know what I'm saying? And when you isolate it, it'll take you to a place, like I said, where you never thought you would go. So just keep that in mind. And another big thing about isolation that I will say is it'll definitely make you feel like you're a powerful person. Because most people in life, you don't really see them being isolated. You don't really see them taking time for themselves. It'll definitely make you feel like a powerful, powerful person. And also, like I said, it do come with some side effects because people might come around thinking that you fake, phony, you don't love them no more. And sometimes you'll have to explain to them, like, no, I love you. It's just I'm taking some time for myself right now. And they need to respect that. If they don't respect that, then it is what it is. I don't know what to tell them, and you shouldn't know either. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing really to say about that. So, other than that, I really ain't got too much to say, honestly. I mean, this video gonna be kind of short, but it's not. I just want to throw this out there, just let you know, like, take some time for yourself, man. It's very important for your mind, your body, and your soul to be alone sometimes. Everybody needs time to themselves. You don't got to be around friends all the time. You don't got to be around family all the time. You don't got to be influenced all the time. You don't got to let people into your mind and your brain all the time. You don't always have to have conversations you don't want to have. You don't always got to pick up your phone. It's your phone. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So I just wanted to throw this message out there. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I'm out.